This is Coding Blues with Nick. So this will be the second video for the series. I'm wishing you a happy new year. So today we're watching what we can do with images. And I have several images here. You have to place all images within the assets. So this is the assets, actually any JPEG, any PNG file, or any type of SVG can work and be imported right here. This is the first content from the first lesson where we explored the text, and this is the second one. Just have all this, and I'll just leave the text Annabelle. This part, I'll just take it away. Also, this one, where we can see the image called doc Annabelle03. I've added several modifiers. There is a resizable modifier, which is important, the scale to fit modifier, and a clip shape, which meaning that the image will clip with a rectangle with a corner radius of 10. This corner radius will give us this rounding here, and the whole thing, the whole V stack that we have is going to be having this padding with 10 pixels. So these two sides are giving us this. So let's go back a little bit. Usually all these assets that we have, we can take any asset here and just double click and take the name. Obviously the names are 1, 2, 3, but we can place it like so in this place, copy and paste. So in the beginning, I am giving you two options by giving the image and in brackets the name of the file which we already have in the assets. Okay, I'll just use the third one. And basically they have the same aspect ratio with the fit, scale to fit property and the scale to fill property. Here we can see that the image is fitting, trying to fit the frame that we have. Once you place an image, you need to have a frame. Otherwise, if we delete the frame, what we'll see that the image will try to fit the size of the whole space, like so. And if we remove the scale to fit, the image is going to scale to the whole size which is available. The whole size is the edge of the screen but horizontally. And if we remove the resizable, what is going to happen is this image will take the entire screen. So what we can see here is that we need always, this is the first modifier that we need for the images in order to get them into some sort of space. I'll just uncomment these two. I'll use now, based on the frame, it's trying to fit in, which is going to be 200 by 150. We are continuing. Here you can see, even if we have the rounded rectangle in the bottom, it's not actually having the corner radius because it cannot fill the exact dimensions of this. So that's the reason that we need this to be fill and not fit, because by filling, it's gonna fill in the exact dimensions that we're giving in. So now I believe it's going to have a little bit taller, but we will see how this is going. So based on this is the second image right here. So it's a square. I'll just make this also a square, 200, like so. And this will be Annabelle to fit also. And now I want this to be a circle. This is the part with the circle. So just take this part and place it here, having a clip shape like so. And I'll comment this. And now what is going to happen is this whole image is going to be clipped by a circle. Usually when we take the dimension of the width, it's going to do it. Even if we don't have a height, I believe it's going to work all right. So it's going to scale the image. If we do this 150, it's going to be a bit bigger. What we can try from below with this one to see how we can change the radius. So if we do this 50, it's gonna have this way. So obviously if I make a radius of 150, it's also going to turn it into a circle. I can have one more thing with the overlay. I'll just copy this overlay here, make it visible like so. The idea is that every clip shape can be overlaid with the same shape. So for example, we have this thing here where we have this color gray. I'll just make it like 4 pixels and we'll see how it goes. But basically you can clip the image and put an overlay. This is a stroke in designer's terms. And this overlay is the last part that we have in the properties of the image. So just remove this. And here, if I want to have an overlay for the rounded rectangle, I'll just say it's a rounded rectangle. Just copy this and let's see if this is going to work. The clip shape and the overlay parameters have to be the same, obviously. Not obviously, but anyway, this is something that we can be controlled. So just have like 10 pixels for both and see how it goes. So I'll just make the whole frame a little smaller, like so. So we have this, which is 250 by 250, and this one is going to be also 250 by 250. So these are just different options. So far we have a circle here and we have a square here. And what about the next part where we have this Annabelle carousel? I'll just say it's a carousel. And I'll just have this scroll view here and move it up. So obviously there is not enough space for this. Now the whole view got overwhelmed by all the thing that we want to do. So just remove this part and have the scroll view. So this is going to disappear. So we have the scroll view with the 3 images. The thing which is important is to always have, for this kind of thing, the images again scaled to fill. Otherwise they're not going to work properly. So what's the idea behind the scroll view? So this is giving us a way to display elements in a scroll, and currently it's a horizontal scroll. We have an H stack where we place the different elements. So the elements is going to be the images, where we can have like 3, 5, however. But the idea is to have an array of images. Every image is placed in these dimensions with the clipping, which is like so. If I can copy this and I will select this, actually these two with the commas, and I'm clicking on Command D, they will be duplicated and I'll get this kind of scroll. I can have like 50 images here. They will always be displayed like that. I have another sample in the future where when we click on each image, they will display in full screen. So far, this has been the example. This has been the example with loading images and making them part of scroll views. So as a quick overview, we have to place the images first that we want to use in our projects within the assets or load them somewhere else. But this is the easier part. So afterwards, in our content view, the way to load an image is by the image. You have to place it in a VStack or some sort of view, and you have to quote the name that you want to have. So based on this, we learned about scale to fill and scale to fit, clipping shapes and overlays, where we get all these beautiful options. And based on this, we can have like more interfaces. In the next video from the series, we'll have a few more options about interfaces, about tabs, about navigation views. So here we just have a small screen, but how this screen can be part of something bigger. So once again, Happy New Year, and if you like the content, please put a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Have a nice day. This is Coding Blues with Nick.